Good morning, and I've got a question here from Dean this morning. Dean's wanting to know, are there any real advantages to having a few different shoes in rotation? I think I might be trying to give myself an excuse to buy new road shoes, even though my Ultra 2.5 are only at about 200 kilometers. I'm interested in trying the Kinvara 6 or the GoRun 4. Well, first and foremost, having shoes in rotation, absolutely. Because what happens is, obviously, your midsole and mainly your midsole area of the shoe is made out of your cushioning foam rubber. Every time you go for a run, especially a long run, that foam rubber gets compressed. And then when you're not wearing the shoe, it's supposed to recover to a certain extent. And if you're wearing the shoes, if you're running every day, that recovery isn't complete, and then you compress it down a bit further, and then it doesn't recover, and then you compress it down a bit further, and that's what eventually wears the cushioning out on your shoes. Now, if you've got a couple of shoes that you're working in rotation, what happens is that between each time the same pair of shoes get used, that pair of shoes has got a longer rest period, which means the foam rubber recovers further. So which means that if you've got, say, two pairs of shoes, and you wear one until it's worn out, and then the second one until it's worn out, if you had to wear those two pairs of shoes in rotation, you would actually get a longer life out of each pair of shoes. So which means that in mileage terms, you'll get more kilometers, more miles out of each pair of shoes if you've got two pairs of shoes or even three pairs of shoes that you wear in rotation. But here is the vitally important thing when it comes to your body mechanics and how you're running, is if you've got different models and makes of shoes with different heel drops and things like that, and you start mixing those up, that could set yourself up for some sort of injury. You're talking about you've been working with your Ultra 2.5s. I'm assuming the Ultra 2.5s are working really well for you. So why not get a second pair of Ultra 2.5s and run those in rotation, and that way you're getting more mileage out of those shoes, rather than mixing it up into a completely different shoe with completely different types of cushioning. Then also very, very, very importantly, and this is just personal experience, would I spend money on the GoRun 4? Not a fuck. No ways will I drop one dime onto a pair of Skechers shoes. Simply, I've now just coming to the end of a pair of GoRun 3s. My GoRun 3s haven't even lasted me 100 kilometers. What's that? I think 100 kilometers, it's 60 miles. I've got 60 miles out of my GoRun 3s, and they are already down to about a millimeter of rubber under the ball of the foot. I'm a 4-foot striker, and under the ball of my foot there is absolutely no wear-resistant material at all. My GoRun 3s have just gone through it. All of the grip the molded grip that the shoe normally comes out with was gone by the time I got to the end of my second run. As I say, 60 miles and the shoes are trashed. So would I drop a dime on a pair of GoRun 4s? Not a fuck, not a chance. But as I mentioned, if you're getting good use out of your Ultras, then get yourself a second pair of Ultras and trade those off. Another important factor as far as having a couple of different pairs of shoes in rotation, especially if you get them in different color combinations, it means that whatever your t-shirt and pants are that you're wearing when you're going running, you can make sure that your shoes are always color coordinated to the rest of your outfit. But that's a matter for a totally different day. So that's my take on the matter. Share any comments, questions, criticisms you have in the comment section down below. Don't forget, click the thumbs up button if you like this type of content. Share this out amongst all your running friends. And last but by no means least, there's a big red subscribe button down there. Hit that subscribe button, that way you stay subscribed to my channel for all the new content that comes out on a day-to-day, week-to-week basis. Stay carved up for the win out there. I'll see you next time.